Okay, be honest over here, guys. Did I overdo it when I add some slow motion action while we're looking at T95? Did I overdo it? What is up, ladies and gentlemen, beautiful people, welcome back to my channel, where today I think you're going to have a little laugh, because I'm going to show you a battle which, well, it made me laugh, at least when I first saw it. It popped up to my DMs on Instagram, and a fellow viewer said, you should check this out. If this is you playing this as well, shout out to you, but I did decide to check it out, and I have to say I was not disappointed. I indeed had a little laugh. I knew D95 is strong, right, but I didn't know it is that strong, ladies and gentlemen. Well, not versus this artillery right over here. 137 damage from the premium AG from tier 7 artillery from a splash. Good job, right? First victim, however, is going to be this poor tier 7 Tiger 1. Welcome to +-2 matchmaking, Tiger 1. 655 damage in the face, while Tiger 1 has no idea how to penetrate T95, maybe has not faced too many T95s, maybe has not seen so many aggressive T95s who are going to be basically the first enemy Tiger 1 faces, right? It doesn't happen too often. And boom, second shot as well in the face. Both shots were low rolls actually. If both shots were average, Tiger 1 would have been dead through the hand of our hero, who is Soriinn. Thank you very much for sharing this battle with the community, by the way. Now, talking about what is so special about this game. Enemy team. Basically, we can say enemy team because no one knew. Well, I believe you already have seen the title, because I think I'm going to name it No One Knew How to Penetrate This Tank. But it is quite ridiculous how far it goes, how nobody knew how to penetrate this tank. Concept 1B. Right here, I would say one of the best tanks in this game overall. In this matchmaking, Concept 1B, I would say, is the best tank, the best overall tank. It is the new ranked battles reward vehicles. Many players, many, you know, if you were good enough to receive it, you did receive it. Has already been taken out. Like before the battle started, if we looked at the matchmaking, we can easily see that the enemy team had the better lineup of tier 9s, you know, Concept 1B. They have Shard for Tour, they have Standard B, Waffentrager. Waffentrager can be annoying on every single map. On city map, maybe not so much, but still on this map, Shard for Tour definitely super awesome, Standard B definitely super awesome as well. And you can see that from the score kind of as well, that all the tanks, all those good tanks are taking out enemy vehicles, Object 274A and so on. But the Soriinn basically has not stopped for a second, has not stopped slapping enemy team, and boom, he's going to do the same into the face of T28. I was thinking why he didn't go after the Panther 2, but maybe, you know, Panther 2 was moving, he had to take the snapshot, so yeah, maybe potential, like big potential that he would have done 0 damage. Now, by the way, very interesting equipment choice right here. This is the improved mechanism, right, which protects you from the destroyed engine, ammo rack, and I think the engine fire as well, if I'm not mistaken. Like it has one charge. Let's say your ammo rack would be hit or would explode, it protects you 100% from that. Now, score was looking quite equal, but not so much anymore. Once again, losing tanks faster than we can count SU Duke one guy out, but here is Standard B on the side. Still, by the way, have you noticed it? Still, no one has been able to deal any damage to Soriinn's T95 besides the first artillery shot. Same goes to the SU-12244 or Standard B, who was on the side. Another shot which didn't do any damage, and goodbye. And ladies and gentlemen, before that shot, this battle was officially 1 versus 7. So out from nowhere, score was looking quite equal, but out from nowhere, just like this, the score was 1, still 1 versus 7. Now it is 1 versus 6. There is full HP Standard B, who has not been able to penetrate Sorinn's T95 still. But what is Soriinn going to do? There is an aggressive Waffentrager Panzer 4. And another shot from artillery. Here is an annoying EBR Hotchkiss, who definitely is not able to do anything, absolutely anything to T95 with HE. Maybe he would be able to keep him tracked, but I don't think so. And look at this guy. And here is where the fun part starts, ladies and gentlemen. EBR Hotchkiss just thought like, hey, what happens if I drive in front of loaded T95? What do you think? Is this guy good enough reacting or not? And here is IS-2 robbing his balls in the face of Sorinn's T95, goes down, and here is Waffentrager completely all over it, like all over the T95, trying to penetrate it, trying to get close to it. T95, who is a one-shot, was put down to one shot thanks to the Scharfeuter, who finally was able to penetrate T95, and he did that into the side. But the one and only Waffentrager, who actually like completely robbed his balls, as I said, sorry for the language maybe, in the face of Sorinn's T95, goes down. I guess this is the most aggressive, the most ridiculous Waffentragers I have seen. And here is Scharfeuter once again not being able to penetrate T95. Because I guess he did not know how to penetrate T95 with fully loaded Scharfeuter. There is the artillery. I gotta give props to the artillery, ladies and gentlemen. That artillery had a keyboard. It was repositioning, was trying to get in angles, and seems like the artillery who just went down was the only hope on this city map versus T95. Guys, I guess this is why Wargaming invented artillery into this game. What do you think? So, from 1 versus 7 down to 1 versus 1. And as we remember, that Standard B was at full HP. But weird things what we have seen in this battle are not going to end right now. I would say maybe even more weird stuff is going to happen. Like, how that Standard B decides to play the end of the battle is honestly a mystery for me. Where can I sign up for the enemy team like that? Okay. So, Standard B has spent 1 minute, just 1 minute and 30 seconds in the base, even before getting spotted by the E95. He decided to leave the gap. I have a better idea. What if let's try something else. Let's try something different. But Soriinn, smells something. I believe Standard B tries to be behind me. Standard B takes one shot, boom, receives one shot from T95, takes another shot, never mind, ladies and gentlemen. Standard B doesn't take any more shots, didn't, as I said, didn't even try to track it, just hit the tracks, try to get behind it, because T95 is a one-shot. And what is he going to do now is, let's just run some rings around the house. Let's actually speed up, because this is quite a ridiculous thing. He simply doesn't run circles around the house. He takes very wide turn inside the capping circle just to give T95 another angle to shoot. Ladies and gentlemen, another angle to shoot. Thank you, by the way. Soriinn said absolutely massive thank you, because thanks to that, Soriinn was able to complete this mission. 5,000 damage, destroy 3 internal modules or crew members. Thank you. TD2 for Objective 60 completed. Soriinn now is trying to chase that guy down, but I'm going to make it. A lot more pleasant for you, ladies and gentlemen. What happens if I'm going to speed it up? What do you think that Standard B is going to do? Place your bets. Place your bets what that Standard B is going to do. That Standard B who spent a couple minutes inside the gapping circle, thinking maybe I'm able to gap. Even before getting spotted by the 95, or using this little fountain over there. Waterfall, fountain, however you say that, you know. Decided to leave the gapping zone, then got spotted, took one shot, gave up, didn't try it again. Then took a long road around this, just to give another shot to D95. And now is simply waiting for the end of the battle. Not trying to kill, one shot T95, not trying to do anything. He actually did spot T95 and doesn't do anything. He doesn't even take the shot. Like, I don't understand. I honestly do not understand this type of action, because this is a defeat. You are going to lose anyway. Why not go down and lose the battle? But no, this seems to be a bit more honorable way how to go down. And hey, here it is, standard B, ladies and gentlemen. Finally, after base is capped, let's try to damage it. And still was not able to do that, ladies and gentlemen. And this is the story of T95, who no one knew how to penetrate. Absolutely no one. Where do we have holes, ladies and gentlemen? Where do we have hit marks? In the gun mantle. I think there is like no other gun mantle that is this strong. Couple shots over here, you know, maybe, you know, you never know. One shot over here. That shot actually, this was actually quite a lucky shot, not to do any tracking, I believe. Because if that standard B was able to track D95 or just critically damage it, the gap would have been reset, and the game would have been over with a draw, most likely, because encounter base takes a lot longer time to cap it out. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is D95, who no one, absolutely no one knew how to penetrate. This was the battle. Soriinn, thank you very much for sharing it with the community. D95 Doom Turtle 1 vs 6 Kolobanovs was the title. Ace Tanker, of course. Radley Walters, Kolobanovs, Cool-Headed, Steel Wall, Invader, High Caliber and Top Gun. And Fool's Medal, we can say denied by that standard B. Close to 8,000 damage, some 9 kills is still very, very awesome. 1,769 base experience, fantastic, you know. No premium rounds used over here, and made some greatest profit. What can you say? 7,670 damage blocked. Ladies and gentlemen, that was my today's video for you. Let me know what you think about that in the comment section down below. I thank you very much for tuning in. I get you next time with something else. Stay awesome, stay sexy, stay naked, take care, and bye. Oh boy, that was a special one.